Welcome to this quick morning flow to get your body moving. Let's start in our child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, arms above your head, resting your forehead down on the ground. Taking some slow inhales and exhales. Slowly rise on up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. You can bicycle out the knees here, bending into one knee and then the other, while pushing your chest back towards your thighs, really lengthening through the spine. Then bending both your knees, step your right foot up in between the hands, come into your low lunge, dropping your left knee down towards the ground. Bring your arms down by your side. Lift your right heel off the ground. Bring your hands behind, slight back bend, look up towards the ceiling. Finding some balance, and then frame that right foot again. Tuck your left toes under. Step it up to your forward fold, top of your mat. Grab hold of opposite elbows, gently sway side to side. Take a bend in the knees if you need to here. And release the hands down. Inhale, come up to standing, hands above your head. Exhale, cactus the arms, slight back bend, look up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, back bend, cactus the arms. Inhale, hands up, lengthen. Forward fold. Step back with your right foot this time, lower the right knee, low lunge, arms down by the side, lift your left heel off the ground, slight back bend looking up towards the ceiling. Frame that left foot, tuck the right toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up high. Flow through to a plank pose, lower halfway, and then cross your right ankle over the left leg and take a slight bend. Come back to your downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale the left leg up high, shoulders over the wrists, left leg comes under, cross it around the right, lift your right hand up, bend the knees. Back to your downward facing dog. That movement can take a little while to get used to, so feel free to hit pause and have a practice. Then bring your right knee down towards the ground, bend your left knee so that your left foot comes up towards your bum, and then slide your left knee away from you so your hips can get closer to the ground, using your left hand to hold the left leg. Gently release, back to your downward facing dog. Going to do the same thing on the other side. So left knee comes down to the ground, right knee down, pick up that right knee, right foot comes towards the bum. You can see this from a different angle. Get those hips as low as possible. Gently release, back to your downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank, bend the knees, arch the back, downward facing dog. Come up onto your tiptoes, roll forward to plank, bend the knees, arch the back, down dog. Again, another movement that takes a while to get used to. Drop your knees wide, toes together. Come into a frog variation here. So maybe come down onto your elbows and gently rock back and forward. Feeling that stretch in between the thighs. If you want a little bit more, bring the ankles in line with the knees. Slow breaths. Come back up onto your hands. Bring your toes together, tuck them under and come into A variation of a yogi squat, but your toes are together, knees are outwards. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, thumb and index finger together. Chin Mudra, sorry, not Anjali Mudra, Chin Mudra. Hands back down to the ground, lift your hips up, forward fold. Roll on up to standing. Hands up above your head. Exhale, hands down by the side. Take a big step, come to face the long side of your mat. Toes point out at diagonal, bend the knees, wide squat. Get those hips nice and low. Keep your back up nice and straight, try not to lean forward. Then hands on the knees. I'm going to dip one shoulder forward. Come back up to standing. Dip the other shoulder. And keep switching. So one shoulder comes forward as you push the knee away. And the other side. Come up to standing. Exhale, hands down by the side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Vinyasa. Lower down towards the ground. Cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Come back to your child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, arms out ahead. Drop the forehead down towards the ground. Take a couple of slow breaths here. It's been quite a fast, flowy class today. It's a great one to warm up the spine and warm up the body. And to open everything up. If you enjoyed this flowy class, don't forget to check out Lakora Live. I'll leave a link in the description below, where we go live 2 times a week. We have hundreds of replays and challenges. And thank you so much for joining me today.